Have you ever had one of those shows where you completely forgot about it and then one day it just smacks you in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened to that weird French cartoon with big foreheads? Yes, that's Code Lyoko.
Here we are, going far to save all that we love. If we give all we've got, we will make it through. Here we are, like a star shining bright on your world today.
I didn't just like this show as a kid. I thought it was good, weird, yes, but it was good. But now looking back as an adult, it's not that the show was actually just good, it was actually tackling things way ahead of its time. So let's talk about why. And yes, I am getting a little passionate about a show with characters that have Play-Doh looking hair. And before we dive in, let me just say that I totally forgot about this show until about a month ago, where I was scrolling through old cartoons and I saw a screenshot of this one and I was like, oh my gosh, not the forehead show. And suddenly I started to remember everything, the plot, the drama, the weird 3D animation, and the fact that the characters have the same size forehead as me. Specifically why I wear a hat.
Are you finished sulking? Hurry, we have work to do.
Okay, so let's get into it. Here's the crash course. Code Lyoko was a show that aired on Cartoon Network from 2003 to 2007. It followed a group of kids named Jeremy, Odd, Ulrich, Yumi, and Aelita, who discovered a supercomputer housing a virtual world called Lyoko.
Aelita, this is Jeremy. Do you read me?
Inside Lyoko, they fought an evil AI by the name of Xana, who was trying to attack the real world.
Care about us or the newscast. Oh, I hate them, all of them. I hate every single one of them.
As a kid, I remember watching this and being like, wow, this is a really strange cartoon. Half 2D, half 3D, a mix of school drama.
How about a few words for our TV audience before the big night?
Sorry, Munchkins. I only talk to real pro reporters.
And digital action, addictive. And to me, it wasn't just an after-school time filler to not do my homework, but it was actually an obsession. Even if the foreheads could probably pick up Wi-Fi. So let's get into the characters. Jeremy the Brains, literally the one keeping everything running.
If you go alone, you never know what you're gonna find over there.
Without him, the others wouldn't have survived for 5 minutes. Jeremy taught us the power of being a nerd. Sometimes you don't have to fight with fists, sometimes you can fight with brain power. Today it's a reminder that tech kids kind of run the world, and he probably even invented ChatGPT, let's be honest. And then we have Ulrich. Ulrich, the serious, quiet fighter, always felt like he was carrying the weight of the world.
Listen to what I have to say. You have all got to get out of here. We have to evacuate the gym. Now, keep calm.
Silent, slightly angsty, and always ready to duel. Honestly, he was anime cool before I even started watching anime.
Have fun. You look like you're expecting a disaster.
Ulrich! Oh, how are you? Hey, where did your date go? Next time, just call me.
And if you say you didn't want his hairstyle, let's be honest. Imagine me with that type of hair. Sick, right? Yumi was calm, collected, and a total badass.
Well, I've got to go now and get ready for the prom tonight. Sometimes being a day student can be a total drag.
She handled pressure like a pro and felt older than the rest. In my opinion, I believe that Yumi was practically the blueprint to any cool older character inside of cartoons after her. She balanced school, family, battles, and still stayed grounded. That's big respect to me. Also, the kind of character that made you question if you had a type way too early. Now, Odd, he's a different story. He was the comic relief, quirky, loud, but surprisingly brave.
You just lost another 10 life points.
Odd had this chaotic energy. The kid who made everything more fun, more intense, and sometimes more stressful. But you loved him for it. Definitely the type of dude that would probably double text you at 2 a.m. asking you if you're up. And Aelita, she was the digital girl at the heart of everything. She starts off as a program, but becomes the emotional core.
I'm fine. How about you?
Okay. I didn't see anything unusual around the towers. It all seems quiet. Well, for the moment.
Looking back now, Aelita hits different. In an age where technology is moving so fast and we even have AI, the idea of digital consciousness doesn't feel so sci-fi anymore. She made you question what is even real. And also, she is living proof that girls with pink hair will ruin your life. In the best ways. Quick break. If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure that you like and subscribe and comment, or you'll get stuck in Lyoko forever.
Ouch! What's going on around here?
Where am I?
Also, it helps me keep these nostalgic trips alive, so hit that noti button. Speaking of being trapped in Lyoko forever, Lyoko itself was a huge reason why this show stood out. It wasn't just some random video game setting, it was a digital world with distinct sectors. Forest, desert, ice, mountains, and even a hidden fifth sector. As a kid, I remember feeling, wow, this world feels like it's never going to end. Every episode revealed some new secret, some new danger. It made you want to explore, or honestly, made you wish you could jump into the world yourself. Just ignore the fact that your graphics card would explode trying to render that today. The towers, that was the heart of where all the action happened. They weren't just back pillars that stood out in the show for no reason, just for aesthetic purposes. Activating them triggered chaos in the real world, school floods, mind control, electrical disturbances. For those who have never watched the show, think Tron meets The Matrix, except teenage kids who still have homework and questionable haircuts. And don't even get me started on Xana. Xana wasn't just some glitch. It was a full-on rogue AI bent on world domination. And what kind of really made it scary was the fact of how much power it actually had on the real world.
The moment they attacked, a kind of logo appeared on my computer screen. The same one that the monsters had on Lyoko. Better and better.
Full-on disasters. Looking back now, Xana kind of was ahead of its time. Right now in today's age, we're worried about AI takeovers like AI risks and deepfakes. Code Lyoko was already showing us a world where digital threats had physical consequences. And the kids, they were the only line of defense. No adult backup, just vibes and trauma. What made the stakes so gripping in the show was how personal it got.
I'll take him to the infirmary. Tell the teacher, okay?
It wasn't just about saving the world, it was about saving your friends, your family. It even got to a point where it was about saving your own identity.
But she's only flipped over me.
That's pretty cool.
The show was about sacrifice and loyalty in ways that you would never expect to see as a kid.
What happened?
That night, well, I was quietly enjoying a waffle with maple syrup by my campfire when I was attacked by a vicious beaver. Its razor-sharp teeth were going for my jugular, but I was able to save myself thanks to my perfect mastery of the raging hand of Li Fo-Chang.
For a cartoon, Code Lyoko tackled surprisingly big ideas. I'm speaking technology, identity, friendship, and responsibility.
But why is he taking kiwi into this factory?
Who knows? Maybe he wants to use them for some horrible science experiment.
You watch too many horror movies.
Yeah, you're right. That was pretty dumb. It's probably more like some sort of ritual sacrifice or voodoo thing.
Nice, puppy. Don't move.
It wasn't just punching at bad guys, it was about balancing two worlds. The one online and the one offline. The anxiety, the pressure, the loneliness. Watching these kids face impossible odds while still worrying about schoolwork.
Jeremy, hey, did you figure out a way to flunk the test, huh?
Well, now that I know all the questions, I shouldn't have any trouble giving all the wrong answers.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Anyway, I've got a foolproof way of flunking. I'm gonna get all of my answers from odds.
Relatable as hell, and it's the only show that made me think, yeah, maybe saving the world could wait. I got a math test tomorrow. It taught us that friendships are messy, that family isn't perfect, and sometimes you fail, but you keep going at it anyways. So yeah, maybe Code Lyoko wasn't the perfect show. The animation was weird, the pacing was clunky at times, and let's be honest, those foreheads were enormous. Look, I'm speaking like NASA satellite dish enormous. But it was ambitious and it swung for the fences. So, for those of us who grew up with it, it planted ideas about tech, teamwork, and identities that stuck along long after the screen went dark. And for those die-hard fans that used to love the show or even love it now, the scanner room was in the factory behind the vending machine. Thank me later. So again, if you've made it this far, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Until then, goodbye.